Well, good morning and everybody welcome back to the Peter Walsh Show. Well, it's Tuesday the 28th of February. I can't believe it. In fact, I think when you're going to hear this recording, I'm going to release this on tomorrow actually, yes. So yeah, be a day late, but anyway, that's okay. Guys, I hope everybody's having a great start to the year. I mean, I tell you one thing, lads. I was drinking away there for the last few months. I actually, I took like thinking about detoxes, like getting off the booze even for just a month. I mean, fuck, man. Like, I took a break November, took the whole month off. 4 weeks, it was, and I'm a big, like, diet guy when I put my mind to it now. And, I was, like, I was taking organic cranberry juice every single morning with pints of water. Actually, guys, it actually flushes out your system. I would never get the stuff in the supermarkets. Never. They're laced with too much sugar, fake sugar. Okay, the organic cranberry juice, really, really good, guys, in the health stores, right? And it's kind of like when you drink what's that stuff called? Maiwadi, Ribena. Anybody listening in the States, I can't remember the mix drinks now, but still. Anyway, so you kind of dilute it with water. But guys, really, really good to flush out your system. The cranberry juice kills the the bacteria that sticks in your system, believe it or not. So what it does is it neutralizes the acid, and it just pees out of you. Simple as that. So yeah, guys, and do you know what? It's been 2 weeks now. I've been off the booze. I'm feeling different. Like, I'm feeling relaxed, but then I'm feeling a bit on edge. I tell you, man, booze just fucks with your head, doesn't it? It's ridiculous. Like, Jesus. Yeah. Anyway, so today, well, there's a few things I want to talk about today. Actually, now, one is the Formula One season's about to start, guys. It's so good. It's amazing. And, we're going to definitely talk about that. But today, actually, I'm going to talk about adoption. And it's funny, guys, we have an update on my adoption scenario. I met my birth mother 2 weeks ago with her son. And it was my first time ever meeting. And my mum came along as well. So let me paint the picture for you. So today, really, guys, it's all about, like, what I want to really get through to people is that it's not all about you. Okay? In other words, if you're going to try and meet your birth parents, right? You're going to hear this, by the way, a lot, that the guys and girls in the agencies, they're going to say, well, look, Peter, you can come up upon this, and this could happen, and this could, and they're going to prepare you for the worst, right? And look, guys, and I think it's a good thing that they do, because at least it gives you like 0.01% preparation. Now, I know that's not very much, but still, it's something towards what you're about to get into, good or bad, right? But the good thing is that they do say this to you, but then you sort of talk to them about certain scenarios, but they say, look, Peter, at the end of the day, this is about what you want to do. You do whatever you want to do, and that's it. And it's funny, because actually I talked about this in my previous episode, is that it's not all about me. Are you guys, or anybody else that's going about this on their own, right? So, example, me. I went upon this to meet my birth mother and father. Now, I was getting the warnings. Well, look, Peter, look, whatever you want to do, try not to feel guilty over you wanting to meet your birth mother or father, and because it is a strange scenario, guys, right? I mean, it's kind of like going to meet your birth mother, right? It's kind of like being married and then going to you're married now, and your wife would be your mum, let's say, okay? And then you meet this, let's say, other girl, right? And the other girl is your birth mum. So it's kind of like saying to your wife, oh, hi, honey, look, by the way, I'm going to go off and have sex with this girl. Is that okay? Oh, yeah, sure, honey, no problem. Obviously, we're not talking about sex with your birth mother, guys, okay? Jesus fucking Christ, in case you start fucking harassing me here, all right? You know what I'm trying to say, right? But it's a weird type of scenario where It's like your wife is giving you permission to cheat, right? And you're like, no, no, this is not right. No, what? Like it's the most bizarre scenario ever, guys, right? And I do remember even saying that. I even said it to my mum. You know, I was like, Mum, this is like I'm cheating on you. You know, this is fucked up. You know, and you know, so I was very honest about it. And you know, you'd be honest with yourselves, guys. But I also remember saying that to the agent guy, and he said, well, look, Peter, you know, at the end of the day, this is about what you want to do, right? And I tell you, guys, you know, the more they went on and on, saying it's all about you, whatever you want to do at the end of the day, forget about everybody else. It drove me nuts. It just didn't sit right with me. And I went, what the fuck? What? Hang on. And excuse me, guys. And I was wondering why it was bothering me, and I couldn't, again, because you're trying to process so much information that I couldn't understand it. I was like, okay, why is this not sitting right with me? I don't get this. And it just dawned on me. It just fucking dawned on me one day. I went, hang on a second. This isn't about me. This is about everybody involved. Right? Like, this is about my mum. This is about the birth mother. This is about the birth mother's son. Right? It's about the birth mother's whole entire family. Excuse me. This is about my whole entire family. Right? Because my mum was extremely supportive, and she really encouraged me and wanted me to meet my birth mother, right? Which, to be honest, guys, I mean, it's a great thing. I'm extremely grateful, and the gratitude I have is amazing, and just lucky to have my mum is like that, right? But do you know what? It still affects everybody to some degree, okay? You know, like, for instance, it even kind of came back on me where my mum was so encouraging, it actually fell on top of me where I went, hang on a second, why is mum so fucking normal and relaxed about this? Even I was a bit pissed off that she wasn't getting annoyed. And I even said it to mum. I went, Mum, do you know what, to be honest with you, like, you know, like, fucking, aren't you a bit, like, upset about this? She goes, no! And then, I mean, we actually did even laugh about it, you know, and I was like, Jesus, Mum, I'm actually almost half upset that you're not upset, you know, and I don't want you to be upset. I mean, it's so fucked up, guys. It's a maze of emotions all around. But, you know, no matter what, guys, there's a ripple effect, right? And, you know, and I did see my mum, and, you know, we talked about things in more detail, of course, and, like, we went to meet so my mum and myself went to meet my birth mother and her son, and we did this 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago. And, you know, guys, it was really good. And you see, here's my real point, like, and I'm going to tell you about the rest of it now. My real point is that it does affect everybody, and here's why. Because luckily, I have my mum who's very encouraging about meeting my birth mother, right? And I've never seen my mum, sorry, not never, I haven't seen my mum this happy in years. Guys, it was like, I felt like it, and I don't even have children, by the way. I felt like I felt like a parent giving the kids, the Christmas parents, giving gifts on Christmas morning and watching them open their presents. It was an unbelievable feeling. I haven't seen my mum smile that big in a very, very long time. So either way, guys, there's a positive or a negative reaction. Right? And you know what? You have to address these scenarios because everybody's involved. Because at the end of the day, your mother who raised you, she's been there since day one, right? That's your mother. You know? That's your mother. And there's going to be a positive or a negative reaction. And, you know, guys, when I met them, you know, my birth mother, she was delighted to meet my mum, right? Absolutely delighted. They were glued to the hip. You know, and I do think it was really, really good for the two of them. You know, a healthy, good thing for the two of them to meet. You know, and I'm so happy that they had that chance. So again, it's not about just me, right? And I think, you know, for her son, I think it was good for him to meet me and me to meet him. I mean, it was a very, very positive meeting all accounts. But the point is, there was 4 of us involved. Now, there's more family members on my side and her side, right? And I can tell you this, guys. Everyone is fucking involved. Don't get caught up in saying, oh, well, it's all about me now at the end of the day. I'll do what I want and have the fucking blinkers on, okay? You have to account for everybody in this situation. Because everyone is fucking involved, whether you like it or you don't. All right? Now, here's the thing. Be respectful to other people. Okay? Because, okay, you're the one going through the heavy emotion of, oh my God, I'm going to meet them or whatever, right? But, you know, they're in the background here too. So, you know, it's not that you've got to babysit them because Lord knows you've got enough on your fucking plate, right? Okay? So, you know, don't be carrying their emotions for them, right? But you got to have a lot of respect for what they could be going through. I mean, for all you know, and again, I don't know this from personal experience, but I mean, what if your mother got very jealous? Now, luckily mine didn't, but what if she did? Or what if your birth mother got jealous, or your birth father got jealous, or, you know, they were angry, or they don't get on, right? Again, it's a direct result of what has happened. So, you know, Jesus. I've heard and I've listened to quite a few adopted kids, and I've heard that their story. There's been 1 or 2 of them that have almost been like on a suicide mission, the way they've carried on and acted with the whole thing, because they went, that's it, I'm going in blinkers, it's all about me, fuck everybody else, go fuck yourselves. Like, whoa. And I do think, guys, you know, even for my mother, like, she said to me that she was so happy to meet my birth mother and her son, because it gave her more of a background of me, right? Which is lovely to hear, you know? She, like, I suppose, one way, I can't remember exactly what she said, but, you know, it's part of my life, you know? She's seeing where I've come from, you know? And at the end of the day, and I think as well, and I don't blame her, you know, the fact that I involved her in the whole meetup, right? You know, there's nothing to hide. First of all, there's nothing to hide. You know, there's no awkwardness. It's like, right, just so, guys, you know, I can totally understand if you're an adopted child like me, and you want to keep some space between your mother and your birth mother or father's whatever, right? Can totally understand that. But you know what's very, very freeing? And believe me, guys, I did it. Because believe me, when I started off with this, I went, oh, God, you know, it'd be weird. Now mum and the birth mother meeting, like, that's just freaky thought, you know? Like, it's almost like thinking of having sex with your granny or something. Like, you're like, oh, Jesus Christ, no, I don't want to do it. Oh, my God. Right, you'd be freaking out in your head. Believe me, it is a freaky thought. But actually, if you just give into it and accept it, it's actually it's an amazing feeling, guys. It's a really wonderful, wonderful feeling to just give in and get them to meet. And it helps everybody on all accounts. You know, it really, truly does. You know, I think if you are going through this, I hope that this does help you to a degree. That, you know, keep that in the back of your mind, that it's actually, well, I wouldn't say maybe healing. It wasn't healing for me, but I think it's definitely healing for a lot of children out there who are adopted, sorry. Because look, guys, I mean, I know it's like, and I've even explained this before, it's like fucking, this whole adoption thing, it's like fucking D-Day, right? You know, it's like the first wave of the American and British troops, and Canadian troops, they land on the shores, the gate, the door is still up, that metal door is still up, and then finally you have no idea what's about to come in front of you. Are you going to get gunned down? Are you fucking going to survive? Are you going to limp your way to the beach? Are you going to win? You've no fucking idea. And the intensity of it, guys, honestly, it is a D-Day of emotions. You have no idea what's coming out of the gates, you know? I do recommend that if anybody is meeting your birth mother or whoever, right? I definitely recommend you do it on your own first. You know, and you know, tell your mother and father. Tell them that you're meeting them. You know, now, in terms of keep them up to date on what's going on, Because remember, this isn't all about you. Keep them up to date on what's going on. You know, why not? Now, believe me, when I did that, I didn't feel I had to, right? Oh, you know, I want to make sure now. No, there was a kind of bit, as in, there was a little bit of guilt. I was like, no, I want to make sure now mum and dad know and all that. But then I kind of went, fuck that. I'm just going to keep them updated anyway because I've got nothing to hide. Right? And guys, you shouldn't feel it either. Okay, and believe me, I know that feeling, that guilt feeling just washes over you. I can still kind of feel that come over me every now and then. Believe you me, I still do. Right? Even after what's happened with me. You know? Now, guys, I was lucky to get to that scenario where I could have my mum meet my birth mother and her son. Right? I was very lucky to get to that stage. Now, there's people out there, I know, that they don't even get to this stage where they can even meet their birth parents. Or there's hassle, there's trouble, right? For me, obviously with my birth father, it was the DNA proving myself 2 fucking times, right? That stuff happens. Other people get rejected. So, you know, look, I would suggest this, that if you have met your birth mother, but you don't get on with her, or you've met your birth father, you don't get on with him, I would definitely say to you that if you don't want your mum or father to meet your birth mother or father, don't do it. Right? Don't do it. You know? Because yes, everybody is involved, but you're still involved too. Right? And when I say everybody's involved, I would talk to your mum and father and tell them, look, guys, I can't do this. You know, I don't want to get to know them. I don't want to have anything to do with them. I have to just let this go. But you have to communicate with everybody, guys. You know what? I go on about dating stuff a lot of the time. Formula One, it all comes down to the same fucking thing. I talk about business as well. Communication, communication, communication. You know? You got nothing to hide. Respect everybody's feelings. Right? And just keep everybody in the loop. And if you don't want to meet your birth mother and birth father, well, so fucking be it. Because you know what? They didn't raise you. They didn't. So it's 100% understandable if you don't. Now, in general, just to give you the update, and like, there's not much really to talk about in terms of when I met them. I mean, so Mum and myself basically, we met my birth mother and her son in a hotel lobby, and we sat there for 2.5 hours, something like that. And my mum and birth mum, they actually just kind of were glued to the hip for the few hours, really, which was obviously very important for them, which was really nice. So I didn't hear much what they were talking about. But then Mum was telling me, you know, what they were saying, and it was all lovely. And then, you know, I just sort of started chatting to my... Actually, do you know what? I even get confused in this. I think he's my stepbrother, I think. Yeah, I think he's my stepbrother. God, Lord, forgive me if I get that wrong. My apologies. But, you know, we had a great chat. I mean, and it still is a little weird, you know, there's no doubt about it, you know. And, you know, we had a good chat, and, like, guys, you know, I think a lot of you, if you end up going into this scenario where you're going to meet them and you're bringing someone else along, you're going to be nervous, right? I was anxious, of course. My mum was very nervous, not hugely nervous, but, you know, she was nervous. And of course she'd be. Jesus. So, you know, expect that emotion. It's going to happen. And it's, even if you don't feel the nerves right now, you know, because it's a few weeks away, you're going to feel that emotion eventually, or it's in the back of your head, you know. But, you know, guys, I would suggest that if you are in my scenario where you've met your birth mother, you know, and your if you've met your birth mother and your mum and dad would like to meet your birth parents, well, I would recommend you do it. Believe me, it's weird. Like I said, it's like, you know, sleeping with your granny, right? The thought of it, you're like, oh, Jesus, la 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 la, right? I get it. But actually, when you do it, it's a really good thing. And you know what? And I even said it to my mum the other day, like, I'm so happy to have given Mum that, in a way, in many ways, it was a gift, It genuinely was. It felt like a gift that I gave my mum. You know, I haven't seen her smile that big in a long time, and that just made it for me. You know, and be upfront. You know, if you do want to involve your mum and your father, tell them you'd want to involve them. You know, tell them you'd love to be part of this and you want them to meet your birth mother or father. You know, keep them in the loop all the time. So, guys, I've been going on here for 20 minutes. I hope this was a little bit of a help or advice. Because obviously, you know, when I did meet them, I suppose there's not much really to report back. You know, there's not much to tell about that story in general. Except that we had a great time. You know, we did talk about it. It is a weird scenario, and we're all trying to get used to it, because they have got to get used to it as well on their end and on our end here. You know, so yeah, you know, guys, just treat everybody with respect. Everybody involved, because no matter who you are, everyone is involved to a degree. Okay? If you throw a little stone into the water, no matter how small the fucking stone is, it causes a ripple effect. So, guys, thanks for listening, and I love you all, and I will speak to you again. Bye!